Hey, hey, hey. What's going on, y'all? Happy Thanksgiving after day, Black Friday, whatever you want to call it. Um, Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the dosage of thought? It's a dosage of thought! Oh my gosh! Oh no. Hey. Yes. Okay. So y'all let me know which program of study you're in. Are you in the RN program, LPN, BSN? What you got going on? Y'all make sure that you participate today because that's gonna be your opportunity to get some of the giveaways. I'm giving away a free session with me. I'm giving away two of my workbooks. So see this big, beautiful workbook? I'm giving away two of them. And then I'm giving away multiple copies of my ebook. Okay? I'm giving away my IV course. I'm giving away my full dosage course. And lastly, I am giving away a seat to my class that's on December the 28th. It's going to be 3 whole hours. You get a copy of the workbook with it. And I'm going to teach you everything from rounding, military time, metric conversions, parts of a complete order, what you need, the puzzle pieces, going from orals, tablets, liquids, IVs, weight-based, pediatric, maternal OB, heparin, all of it. So if you are starting in January, that will be the perfect thing for you. Hey, will I be doing 5 minute? I should, because I don't know. I'm like a machine. I'm like a machine, but we can take breaks. All right. Amen. Yes. So I got some RN students, LPM, RN BSNs. Okay. We got a good mix today. All right. So show of hands with a 1 or a 2. How confident are you with dosage calculations? A 1 if you think you're good. A 2 if you're just like, I need it all. So y'all let me know. Do 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 Okay, we got ones, we got twos, we got twos, which is expected. So this is a safe space, right? I'm Nurse Eve. You haven't met me before, and if you have, hey. So I encourage you to get all of everything that you need out here. There is no crazy question. There is no unanswered question if I can help it. So I want you to get it all here on my TikTok or on my YouTube or whatever. And then you go to the class and you rock it out. Because then when you come back and say you passed, this is what we're going to do for you, because you defeated dosage. Okay, so the first thing that I want y'all to make sure that you have is your metric conversions. Okay, so with your metric conversions, do y'all have your metric conversions down pat? Yes or no? Y'all let me know, and make sure y'all double tap the live and share it. We get to 5,000 likes, I'll give away the first prize. How about that? Oh, yeah, it's one of those types of times today. Yes, y'all got them down? Y'all got them down? Y'all got them down? Cool. Some of them. Okay, I take it. Like I said, we're being honest. Hey, Miss Smith. No, okay. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going from the bottom to the top. All right, so if you are a little bit more advanced, just be patient. Just be patient. We're having a time today. You full. You got a break today. You don't go back to class until Monday. So just hang with me, okay? Thank you. If you go off the book, can you tell us which page and number? Sure. I sure will. Question: how do you know how to reconstitute? Absolutely, because reconstitution is nothing but adding liquid to a powder and making your medicine a liquid. So we'll go over reconstitution today too. We're gonna go over all kinds of stuff. Okay. All right. So boom, boom, boom. Let me get this up. Ha ha ha. All right, so first things first is you got to know your metric conversions, okay? Your metric conversions go off the metric system. When we know the metric system, it's going to be your factors of 10, all right? So you know your King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. That's how you remember your prefixes. And there are only a handful of replays, a handful of conversions that you will use the most in dosage. So that's what I have listed, okay? But if you are asked to like convert some crazy stuff and you're like, well, how many grams is 1 decigram or whatever, I'm gonna teach you how to like come into my brain and see how I remember those ways too, okay? But for the ones that we'll be using the most, that's the kilogram to gram, the gram to milligram, and the milligram to 1 microgram, okay? What do you notice about these numbers? What do you notice about these numbers? And yes, I'll put the replay on my YouTube channel. This is how you studying for your final. Oh, Harley! Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Those are frying me. What's frying you? Reconstitution or drops per minute. All right. They all equal 1,000, right? So don't make dosage calculations hard. Dosage is not as hard as they try to make it seem. What do you notice about all these? They're all 1,000, right? So one big thing equals 1,000 smaller things. So if your mind works like mine, I have to use things that's like in real life to like relate it to whatever it is. So I like to think about it as the cookies. So if your gram is 1 cookie, you got 1 big gram, right? And you smash that cookie into 1,000 smaller pieces. That's your milligrams. So 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. So you pick up 1 crumb and you smush it down into 1,000 micro size pieces. Those are your what? Your micrograms. So 1,000 micrograms equals 1 milligram size crumb. You put all your 1,000 milligrams together, which is your crumbs, and you come together to make a cookie, right? And then if you go to Costco's or Sam and you want a whole bunch of cookies in 1 big kilogram size container, you got 1,000 of those cookies in that what? 1 container, all right? So 1 to 1,000, 1 to 1,000, 1 to 1,000. Don't make it hard. Now you just learned the most commonly used conversions in your dosage calc. 5 gold stars. And y'all keep up with your gold stars. I'm not going to keep up with it, okay? Veronica, let me check on the shipping. Let me check on, because I just shipped some out. It should take like a couple of days because I actually have them on hand. So let me check on it for you. Send me a message so I won't forget to do it for you, okay? And I'll double check and see what day it says it's supposed to get there. All right. Boom. So those are your grams, your micrograms, your milligrams. So these are your liquids. So your liquids, you got small liquids and you got big liquids, right? So let's talk about the smaller liquids first. So that's your teaspoon, your tablespoons, and your ounces. Okay? So what do you know about these? What do you notice about these? And don't forget, your participation is your key to get some of these giveaways today. All right? So don't just be lurking trying to see what everybody else saying. You say something too, even if it's not the correct answer. I'm not going to call you out. I'm like, nope, that's wrong. No, that's not how we get down today, right? They're all 5s, right? Increments of 5. So factors of 5s, right? So your 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters. 1 tablespoon is 15. So that's 5 times 3, right? And then your ounces are 30 milliliters. So 5, 15, 30. Teaspoon, tablespoon, and then your ounce. So your T goes on top of your table inside of your ounce house. That's how you can remember which is the smallest one, which one is the middle one, and which one is the largest one. Okay? Because I know I used to get mixed up with the teaspoons and the tablespoons, which one was bigger and which one was smaller. So the T goes on top of the table. Teaspoon, table. T, table. All right? So boom. These are your bigger liquids. So you got your cups, your pints, your quarts, and your gallons. So 1 cup is going to be 8 fluid ounces. You can also remember that 1 cup is going to be 240 milliliters because 1 ounce is 30 milliliters. So 8 times 30 is 240, right? And these go by 2, Faylee. I see you. So 2 to 1. 2 to 1, and then 4 to 1. So just like 4 quarters is $1, 4 quarts is a gallon. You got 2 cups is 1 pint. 2 pints is 1 quart. 4 quarts is 1 gallon. Y'all got those? All right. Okay. Almost done with our conversions. Did you ever think that you could learn conversions this quick? No, I know, because you hadn't studied with me before, and that's why you're here at the Dosage-a-thon. Ah! All right. So your distance and your feet. Alrighty. And then don't forget, if you need like a replay for your conversions, my YouTube channel, that's where it's at. You can look at it and I break it down just like this, okay? So 1 foot is your ruler. That's 12 inches. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. Now, my disclaimer for everybody is you go by what those people who have the power to pass or fail you tell you to go by. So if your school uses 2.5, use 2.5. If it uses 2.54, you use 2.54. Okay? All right. Now, your weights. So, the most common ones are your 1 kg and your 2.2 pounds. A lot of the medicine is given off of the weight of the patient. So, we're going to use that one a whole lot. So, that's why I put that big old little nasty star by it. Remember that. 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. It's always going to be 1 kg, one big kahuna. Remember that 1 kg is 1,000 grams? Well, this one is 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Don't put it backwards. It's not going to be 2.2 kgs. It's always 1 kg. And then your 1 pound and your 16 ounces, that's going to be for your pediatric patients, okay? So when you have like your babies and they say that baby was 8 pounds and 12 ounces, well, we need to see how many kilograms that is. You're going to have to convert all that to pounds first and then go to kilograms, okay? Most of my conversions I remember and use by cooking or baking. That's what's up, Deidre. Hey, happy after Thanksgiving. All right. And then apothecary or grains. Some people use this. Some people do not. So if you don't worry about it. But if you do, this is how you can remember it because some people throw fractions in there. So if you're trying to see what is 1/4 grain, what's half a grain, and what's 3/4 of a grain, 1 grain is going to be equal to 60 milligrams. I see, Faylee. You know what? Boom. Thank you for being a timekeeper. I'll let you go first. All right. So 1 grain is 60 milligrams. 1/4 of the grain. So you see how it's like 1/4 past the hour on the 3. So what is that? 15. So 15 minutes after, right? So that's 15 milligrams. If you go half past the hour, that's 1/2 a grain is what? 30 minutes. So 30 milligrams. 3/4, that's 3/4. So that's 45. So 45 milligrams. And you go back to the 12. That's going to be 60 minutes. So that's 60 milligrams. All right, Faye, you're up. You are up. You are up. You are up. Let's see. I make it so simple. Thank you. I try to. All right, Miss Faylee. Let's see what you get today. Let's see what you get today. You got a private tutoring session. Yay! Oh, go, Faye. So this is what you need to do, Faye. This is what you need to do. You know I'm scatterbrained. Send me the message. Send me the message. Okay? Tell me that you got the private tutoring session. I'm writing it down, but I need some backup. All right? So, that's Miss Faylee. She's got a tutoring session. What? Uphill. Don't you start today. Fairly. How do you spin the wheel? Well, you got to participate. You got to participate. And I'm going to give you multiple opportunities. Look, you see all that stuff that's on the wheel? Y'all going to get your chances. She said, I need to win something today. I'm so tickled. All right. So, you know what? I'm going to leave it on there. I'm going to leave it on there. Boom. So, I'll put 2 tutoring sessions on there. Boom. All right. Let's see. Oh. All right. Y'all ready to do some conversions? You're trying to do the hearts on your laptop? I don't know. I think you double tap on the side or something. All right, so let's convert. So let's see. What if we have 2/3 of a cup and we're trying to see how many tablespoons that is? You got it? Good. All right, so what are we going to do? So this is how we're going to piece together our puzzle, because from now on, we're not doing math. How many of you think that you're good at math? How many of you think that you're good at math? If you think you're good at math, put a 1. If you don't think that you're not good at math, put a 2. And it's okay. It's okay. Okay. All right. So, we're not doing math anymore. Yay! From this moment on, we're doing this. We're doing puzzles. All right? Because puzzles are a little bit less intimidating than math, right? Yes. So therefore, we're going to be putting together a puzzle. So this is our problem, right? We're going to put this together like a puzzle. So when you buy a puzzle from the store, it comes in a box, right? That box has a picture on it. And this is what we look at to see how to piece together our puzzles, right? So we're going to do the same thing for dosage calculations. So what is the picture on this box? What is this asking for? That's going to be our goal. We're trying to see how many teaspoons does this equal, right? So this is my picture. So I want to create a puzzle that has just this unit of measure in it. And I'm going to piece together my pieces, which are going to be your conversions. It's going to be your order. It's going to be your patient's weight. It's going to be how much time. It can be anything, okay? And we're going to just piece it together and cancel out everything that is not this goal. Y'all have told me that you are in the RN program, BSN program. Some of you are in the LPN program. So that is your goal, right? It's first in life and it's your top priority. So keep your goals first and on top in dosage calc as well, okay? So my puzzle piece is going to be this 2/3 cup that needs to be converted. So what do we know about a cup? What do we know about a cup? What does 1 cup equal? Y'all let me know in the comments. Okay, Veronica, I see you. 1 cup equals 8 ounces, okay? So, do we have teaspoons? No. So, we got to keep going, right? So, what does 1 ounce equal? What does 1 ounce equal? 30 milliliters. Okay. Is that a teaspoon? No. So, we got to keep on going, right? We know that a teaspoon equals how much? What does 1 teaspoon equal? 1 teaspoon equals 5 mLs. Good job. So we see that we have something for everything to cancel out with except for teaspoons, which is what we're looking for. So when you're trying to do these complex conversions, that's not like, you know, kind of in your face like, aha. Just go from step to step and say, what do I know about this unit? What do I know about that unit? And see, can you see the similarities and what you can cancel out, okay? So because my goal is teaspoon, I'm going to always start with whatever this is. It will be first and on top. And this is how we're going to do all of our questions for today. Okay. So my puzzle piece that has what I'm looking for is this. So 1 teaspoon is equal to 5 milliliters. Okay. And I've used that one. Now, whatever is on the bottom has to go to the top to be canceled out. Okay. So what puzzle piece has milliliters in it? Yes, Veronica, I see you. All right, you trying to spin this wheel, aren't you? So 30 ml over 1 ounce. And I flipped it. Exactly. Because what's on the bottom has to go to the top and be canceled. We're not doing math, remember? We're just piecing together the puzzles. So, since I have ounce at the bottom now, what is going to be my next puzzle piece? All right, Veronica, I see you. 8 ounces, 1 cup. Boom, boom. All right. Now, we got 2/3 cups. What are we going to do? Because we have this big old fraction, right? So, because you have something in the top, in the numerator, and something in the denominator, leave it in the top and in the bottom. So, 2/3 cup. Whoop. Boom, boom. And you see everything cancels out on the top and the bottom. Yep, I see you, Magnolia. You keep it in fraction form. So everything is gone now except for what it is that we've been looking for. Are we at 10,000 likes yet? Nope. Oh, can't spin the wheel. Got dog it. All right, so we'll do 30 times 8 times 2, which is 480. And then we got 5 times 1 times 1 times 3, which is 15. So 480 divided by 15 is going to be 32 teaspoons. Yes. Did y'all get it right? If you got it right, give yourself 5 gold stars. And you keep up with your gold stars. I'm not keeping up with them. You keep up with them. Okay. Bam. 5 gold stars. So does that make sense? So this is the puzzle piece method. The way that we just did this conversion is the way we're going to do all of them with the capsules, the caplets, the tablets, the liquids, IV, weight-based, safe dose range, heparin, insulin. Okay. So if you did this, you can do even the hardest dosage calculations problem. All right, we at 10,000. I see you, Veronica. You was rocking it, so I got you. I see you. I'm paying attention. All right, boom, Miss Veronica. Let's do it. Chrome. All righty, let's see what you're gonna get. You got an ebook. Hey. So you need to send me your email. All right. Send me a message. And you're going to get an ebook. You got that gift? Oh, what? Okay. Well, wait a minute, Veronica. Well, wait a minute. You already got that. So hold on. Hold on. Let me put it back in there. Hold on then. You already got an ebook. She said, get it. Somebody else. Hey. You got a physical copy too? Look. Well, shoot. You know what? She said, me. I'm so weak. All right. 3 times a charm, y'all. You say I can gift it to somebody else? Who you want me to gift it to? Add them in the comments and I'll gift it to them. All right. Look at y'all. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Y'all are so funny. So Shondell, 407, her. All right, boom. Shondell, 407. Y'all, I got plenty of stuff. I promise you. We're on till 4 o'clock today. Okay, my time. So I got stuff on the wheel. So ebook. Make sure you send me a message with your email address. Okay. Boom. All right, Veronica. All right, so let's do some more conversions and then we'll move into some harder stuff, okay? Because I know a lot of y'all got this part down packed and you're looking for the drops per minute. You're at work, but I'm still on here until you can't be. Okay, then don't get in trouble now. All right, so let's see. All right, let's do. Trying to think of a good one. What's a good one? Oh, let's do 12 pints equals how many ounces? We're gonna do some drops of milliliters. Trust me, I'm gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I promise you. I promise you, y'all. I promise you. We'll even do some out the workbook, okay? So y'all can see what the workbook is. And if you don't get a workbook on the live session and you want one, it's not $38, it's $20. So remember, you have to go to my website to get it. It's $20, all right? So our goal is what? 8 ounces, right? Okay. Our goal is ounces. We know we have our puzzle piece is 12 pints. So what do we know about a pint? What do we know about a pint? One pint equals what? No clue. 2 cups. All right, Nurse K, I see you. All right, 2 cups. All right, 1 cup equals what? One cup equals 8 ounces. All right. Do we have what we need in our puzzle piece so we can stop? Yeah. I don't know what this did. It made a 8 and an 8 and 8. But y'all know it is an 8. All right. So what's going to be our first puzzle piece if my goal is ounces? A pint is 2 cups. All right. So we'll do this one. So 8 ounces is equal to 1 cup. All right. Okay. So what's going to be our next puzzle piece? I need to download this. 2 cups is 1 pint. All right. Then what's our last puzzle piece? $12 pints. I see y'all. Boom, boom. All right. So we'll do 8 times 2 times 12. And that's going to be 192 ounces. Did you get that one right? If you did, 5 gold stars. Is this making sense how we're lining things up and just using the units in order to get our numbers to where they need to be at? It'll be uploaded, West. Yep. I've got to upload this one. This is the Dosage-a-thon. Woo! So we're just crossing out the units. Yes. You're getting it. I feel like you had a light bulb moment. So the numbers are going to be in the place that they need to be at to be multiplied or divided. And they get there by having the units in place. All right. You did. I wish you can take you with me for my, just get you a puzzle piece and look at it. You like, this is my nursey puzzle piece. I can do this. I feel like the difficult part is just knowing the conversions. And we just went over them. We did them in over less than 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay. All right. So let me. Are we at 15,000 yet? Nope. Every increment that we get about 5,000, then we'll do a spin. How about that? How about that? How about that? Can we do another one? Sure. Let's do another one. Let's do one that is pounds and ounces and go into kilograms. How about that? All right. So let's do that baby weighed 14 pounds and 6 ounces. And we need to know how many kilograms that is. Oh my goodness. All right. So what is our goal? What are we looking for here? We're looking for kilograms, right? I'm going to need a spin. My thumb is going numb. I'm hollering. Who is that? Dope sells itself? I got you. All right. So listen, we're looking for kilograms, right? But are we going... Y'all stop. Okay, I'm trying to be serious. But are we going from ounces and pounds to kilograms? No, right? We have to make all of this pounds first and then go to kilograms, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to convert this part into pounds first, and then we're going to combine the like terms. Yeah, Moulay, I see you, all right? So I need a moderator. This is too much. I don't know. My anxiety getting flared up. I'm just like, whoo. All right. So we know that 1 pound equals 16 ounces, right? And we've got 6 ounces, and we're going to find pounds right now. All right. So what is going to be my first puzzle piece? Bree, you gonna help me moderate? Oh, man. All right. So, boom. All right. So, if my goal is pounds, what is going to be my first puzzle piece? I see you, Deidre. No, you're not too late. So, 1 pound equals 16 ounces, right? And now we can put our 6 ounces, and it's by itself, so we'll put it over 1. Y'all, everything does not have to equal something. So if it's by itself, leave it by itself, okay? If it's partnered up, if it says in, per, with, over, those are the wedding ring words. That means that they're combined, okay? So this one is by itself. So we'll do 6 divided by 16, which equals 0.375 pounds. Now, I got you. We're going to spin the wheel. We're going to spin the wheel. All right. So now we need to add these pounds to the other pounds. So add 14 pounds to this. Okay. So 14.375 pounds. All right. Now we can go from pounds to kilograms. How do you know when to divide? Dorothy, everything on the top is multiplied and you get a number. So 1 times 6 is 6. Everything on the bottom is multiplied. So 16 times 1 is 16. Then you divide the top by the bottom, and that's how you get your answer. Okay? All right, so we're going from 14.375. Come on, thing. Wake up. Pounds to kilograms. And we know that 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. I see y'all knowing these conversions in the chat. All right, so we're going to kgs now, right? So if we're going, you're welcome. So how are we going to set this up if we're going to kilograms? Remember, whatever this goal is first and on top. So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Next, we got pounds at the bottom, so we need pounds at the top, right? So 14.375 pounds. And we'll put it over 1. Pounds cancels out, and you see the only thing that we're left with is what we're looking for. All right. Once you have the goal, that's when you know when to stop. I know it gets fun putting stuff on the bottom and the top and canceling it out, but you got to stop somewhere. So I got 6.53 kilograms. Did y'all get that? So the goal is at the top. Always. Always and forever. If you start with what you're looking for, you don't have to go and find it. All right. Okay. 5 gold stars. Y'all are participating. This is making this so much hard. I'm like, I don't know who to choose. Ah! Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see what we're going to do. How we're going to do this. Okay. So, hold on. I have to take one of the physical copies off. Because who got the physical copy? Did I give away the physical copy? Yeah. I gave it, no I didn't. I gave it to Chandel. Alright, boom. So, if you can tell me how many how many pints is in 1 quart? The first person I see, then you're up. We gotta spin the wheel twice, don't we? Oh, Stitch by Nurse! Yay! Dope sells itself because it was 2. Remember, it's 2. 2 pints is in 1 quart. 4 quarts is in a gallon. Okay? All right. Dope sells itself. Here we go. And then we got somebody else to spin too. All right? Dope sells itself. Dope sells itself. You keep making me say that out loud, and that's just awful. I know, Megan. Do you have an ebook already? I feel like a lot of y'all already got like the ebooks and stuff. So I'm like, do you have an ebook? You got an ebook now. Alright. Nope, just a physical copy. Alright, so now you got the ebook. Alright. Hide the choice. Oh. Alright, so Megan got an ebook. Alright, so who, okay, I'm trying to think of something else. Alright. How many milligrams is in 1 grain? Go. And don't forget to send me the message. So Carmia McClung, that's the first one I seen that said 60 because it's 60. Remember the clock that I showed you how it went from 60 and it went with the fractions. Okay. All right. So it's 60 milligrams is in 1 grain. Oh my God. Yes. Yep. All right. So you got an ebook, okay? Send me a message. I'm trying to write it down. McClung. She got an ebook. We thinking grams. Yep. All right. Let me take that one off the wheel. The wheel. Alrighty. Okay, so let's go to something like capsules and tablets and liquids and all that jazz. Okay, let's get into some harder things. I want to show y'all how to break it down so that you'll know a part of a complete order, like what puzzle pieces to pick. Because I feel like sometimes that is the difficult part of dosage calculations, knowing what puzzle pieces to click on or to place. Is that your issue? Do you think that is the issue? Y'all let me know. Yes, that is what gets me. All right. Okay. So we finna do some, and I'm gonna show you how. that and just knowing the conversion. The fluff be fluffing. All right. So the way that you can get past the fluff is your goal. Your goal is going to be your best friend. So whatever that question is asking you, you know you're going to be looking for a puzzle piece with that in it, right? So you're looking for things like the order, the weight of the patient, the medicine that's available. If it tells you some time or whatever, that's what you're going to go by, okay? So let's do some tablet questions. The same way that we did the other ones is the same way we're going to do these, okay? All right. Oh, buddy. What am I looking for? Okay. So a provider orders medication at 8.5 milligrams per kilogram per dose by mouth every 6 hours for a patient who weighs 95 pounds. The pharmacy sends Med A 250 milligram scored tablets. How many tablets will the nurse administer per dose? Round to the nearest tenth. Okay? So, if you think that you can answer this question, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, put a 2. Some intake and output. I can drum up some intake and output. Yeah. Those are mostly just conversions. So if you got your conversions, you got intake and output because it's just adding all of them together into their milliliters. All right. So we got some 1s, we got some 2s. All right. So we know that the goal is what? Tablets. So when you're looking at the goal, okay, you need to focus on 2 things. What is it asking for? Is it asking me for a tablet, milliliter per hour, what? And is it asking about just one instance, so just one dose? Or is it going to be for the whole entire day? Okay, so is this asking about just one dose or is it asking about the whole entire day? Just check my mail. You got your book. Okay, good. Great. So 1 dose, right? So my goal is going to be tablet for just 1 dose. Okay. And you see how it said per dose. That's how we know what we're looking for. So now what do I say we needed? Right? The order, the weight of the patient, the medicine. So our order is this: 8.5 milligrams per kilogram per dose. So 8.5 mg per kg per dose. Now this is how you're going to use your goal as your best friend. Look at it. This is asking for the amount for just 1 dose, right? Your goal or your order has the amount for just 1 dose, right? When those words are the same, you do not need to know how many doses are in the day. And what tells you how many doses are in the day is this: your frequency, okay? That means, yep, that's that fluff. Exactly. So every 6 hours, we would give a dose. So that means in 24 hours, 24 divided by 6, we would give 4 doses. So we already got what we need, right? The goal is asking for dose. Our order is the amount for what? 1 dose. So we don't need this part, okay? That's fluff. So because our order has our patient's weight in there, we know we're going to need it. 95 pounds, and my medicine is 250 milligrams per tablet. Okay, so what is going to be our first puzzle piece? What's going to be our first puzzle piece if we're looking for the top goal of tablet? I'm not, these are made up, Veronica, so I'm not even in the book right now. But when I do a couple from the book, I'll let you know. Yep. All right. So 1 tablet is equal to 250 milligrams. So remember, you always start with what you're looking for because we're flipping the puzzle pieces. Because when you get a puzzle, those pieces don't always come in order outside the box, right? You got to flip them and reposition them to make them fit together. So that's what we're doing. Y'all are getting it? All right. So we've used this puzzle piece. So we got milligrams at the bottom. So what's going to be our next puzzle piece? I see you, Mule. Mule, you trying to spin this wheel, aren't you? Y'all trying to spin this wheel, trying to spin this wheel. All right, so 8.5 mg per kg per dose. And you see how all of them are together? What's together, you keep together. What's by itself stays by itself. 8.5 milligrams per kilogram, they sister wives. Keep them all together, okay? All right. So we've used this one. So now, do we have kilograms in our puzzle pieces? When you don't... you won't forget it though. You will not forget it, Veronica. So we don't have kilograms, right? We have pounds. So this is where we put in our conversion. So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. So whenever you don't have what you need in your puzzle pieces over here, that's when you pull out your metric conversions, okay? All right. So now I can put my 95 pounds over 1. You see my pounds cancels out. And what am I left with? Tablet on the top. Boom. Dose is on the bottom. Boom. And this is how you are going to defeat dosage calculations with these puzzle pieces. You like it? I bet you never thought that dimensional analysis would be this easy and fun. All right. I want to thank you again for helping me pass my dosage. Oh, Mari, you're welcome, baby. I came to say that I passed my dosage exam with a 100 and you took it Wednesday. Yes, look at you. Love it. Y'all are, the nurses are coming. All right. Okay, so now we can do some math, okay? Sierra, you'll be able to rewatch this on my YouTube channel of Blessed RN, okay? Do they teach it this way? Do they not teach it this way in nursing school? Nope. Look, if you would hear the horror stories, like I could tell you some things that y'all tell me when you come to tutoring, and it's not cool. It's not cool at all. And I'm just like, poor babies. So this is our answer, right? And it said round to the nearest tenths place. So when we round to the nearest tenths place, we know that this is our tenth place, right? And we go 1 decimal place to the right. If it's 5 or more, we raise the score. If it's 4 or below, it's a no-go. So this is going to be 1.5 tablets per dose. Y'all, do not forget to round and do not forget to label as well, okay? All right. We had 25,000 likes. I was ready to say only school. I'm glad I'm here then. Yeah, I'm glad you're here too. All right. So we're at 25. I see. All right. So, okay. I'm trying to think of a question. If somebody, your head hurting, no, it's just, we just started. All right. If somebody can tell me how many ounces are in the pound, then you can spin the wheel. Go. God's favorite. You got it. Y'all are quick. All right, God's favorite. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh man. So let me pull it up. Uh-oh. All right, you got my dosage course. It's an online course. It's regularly, I think, $40 or $50. I don't know. But it'll take you from all the way to metric conversions to the hardest cardiac drip. And you'll be able to do it on your own time. And you'll have access to it. So, yeah. You say you were first on your end. Look. I have to go by what I see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You screenshotted it. You know what, Moulay? I got you. I got you. I got you. I gotta go back and study some more. Why did we multiply the top and the bottom? Hold on. Let me see what you're asking. God's favorite. 243. Don't forget to send me the message and give me your email in it, okay? And you got the dosage course. Moulay, I got you. I got you, okay? I got you. Dosage course. Where is it? It's on my website. Yeah, show me being first too. That's Nisha. I sent my address for physical. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. So what I did was I just kept in the calculator. Would y'all like to know how to do the calculator trick? So a lot of people are worried that, oh, dimensional is too long. I don't know if I'll be able to do this in time. Yes, you will. And especially if you use the calculator trick, okay? Especially if you use the calculator trick and you keep everything inside the calculator. So this is what we're going to do, okay? So you got 8.5 times 95. So I'm going to put all of my numbers in on the top and multiply. I'm not going to hit the equal button. I'm going to hit divide, okay? And now I'm going to put in all of my numbers on the bottom, okay? So 250 divided by 2.2. I don't put the ones in because they don't make a difference. And then I hit the equal sign. And that's what's going to give me my answer, okay? Veronica, you actually opening the book on live. Just realize that we're changing the denominator to numerator when we're figuring the conversions. Boom. Okay, so that's how you can kind of shave off some time too, okay? And then if you're like me, I go back in the calculator and put it in about 2 or 3 times just to make sure I got the same thing. And I'm like, okay, this is the answer. Because sometimes you might, hit the wrong thing, right? So that's what it is. All right. And I do this with the simple questions, with the hard ones. You can do it with your ATI calculator, your HESI calculator, all of it. It works the same way, okay? All right. All right, so this is a little funky question that I've seen come up in some of my tutoring sessions, and I want to show you how to do this one too, okay? In the beginning of your test, write down your conversions. Absolutely. You want me to do the calculator trick again? I'll show you how to do it again, Dorothy. I'll show you how to do it. All right. So this order is for Xifaxan, 550 milligrams by mouth twice a day. Available is Xifaxan, 550 milligram tablets. How many tablets would be needed for a 10-day supply? What? Okay. So the difference between the word for and per. So per, you're going to think divide. Okay. For, you're going to think multiply. So we need to figure out how many tablets per day, and then we need to multiply that by 10. So basically, when we had the line, when we said milligram per day, that was dividing, right? So we're just going to have our goal as tablets this time because we're not going to divide it. We need it multiplied out. So our goal is tablets, okay? So our order is 550 milligrams. Now look, let's talk about the parts of a complete order real quick because this is very important for you to understand. And this is too thick. All right, boom. So a complete order is going to be the name of the drug, the amount for one dose. So this is one dose, okay? Then it's going to be the route. So how does it go inside of the body? So PO means by mouth. And then you're going to have the frequency. This part is going to tell you How often do you need a dose in a day? Okay? All right? So therefore, we're going to use these different pieces to break down to see what you need. All right? So 550 milligrams is one dose. Okay? How many doses are in the day? BID means what? 2. So in one day, there are 2 doses. Okay? And then what do we have as our medicine? 550 milligrams per one tablet. Okay? So our goal is tablets, right? And then we got 10 day supply. Sorry, 10 days. So our goal is tablets. So what are we going to start with? Whatever our goal is, okay? Uh-oh. What is this doing? All right. So one tablet is 550 milligrams. Okay? Now, what is going to be our next puzzle piece? If we have milligrams on the bottom, what's going to be our next piece? The 550, right? So 550 milligrams per dose. Okay. Now, we got dose on the bottom. So what's going to be our next puzzle piece? Two doses in one day. Okay. Now, what's going to be our last puzzle piece? $10 days, and it's by itself, right? So you see how we use everything, and only thing that is left is what we are looking for. So let me show you how to do it on the calculator. Why is this so big? All right, so we'll do 550 times 2 times 10, and then that's it. So we hit the divide button, okay? And then we got 550 and 1 and 1 and 1. I don't put the ones in, so don't even need them. Equals 20 tablets. I thought the same conversion is supposed to be on the top. What's on the bottom supposed to go to the top. So all of them went from the bottom to the top. So you had your milligrams first, milligrams on the top. You had dose, then dose went to the top. Then day went to the top. Everything on the top and bottom canceled out except for what? The goal. Makes sense? Why wouldn't the 550 per dose and the 550 per tablet be the same? Good question. All right. So look. It just happened by chance, because I was at work making up these questions, that the ordered amount and that the tablets are the same thing. But what is it saying? 550 milligrams is the amount of medicine that we are giving in one dose, okay? Each tablet is equal to 550 milligrams, okay? So what if your tablet was like 225 milligrams? You have to give 2 tablets for one dose, okay? So just because they're the same numbers, you have to look at what it is equaling to. 550 milligrams is one dose. 550 milligrams is equal to 1 tablet. So you would give 1 tablet for a dose, okay? Can we do another one? Sure. So what was it? 2 tablets? 20 tablets? Yeah. Okay. Got it. I got confused on the 2 doses a day with the 10 days. Yes. So how many doses are in a day? How many days? You need to know the order, which is different, which is different from the available. Absolutely. Okay. Mm. Hmm. I ain't do another one like it. Okay, let's just do this one. So, tablets, phenobarbital. So, phenobarbital, 4 milligrams per kilogram by mouth daily. Available is phenobarbital, 30 milligram tablets. How many tablets would the nurse give for one dose for a patient who weighs 33 pounds? Okay, so what is our goal? What's the goal? Okay, tablets, right? Is it for one dose or is it for one day? All right, y'all remember to look at that part. That's important. So tablet per dose. Okay. All right, so our order is 4 milligrams per kilogram for the whole entire day, right? And we're giving it for what? One day. So 1 day is going to be one dose this time. Okay? Does that make sense? Because look, you see how it's written as 4 milligrams per kilogram and it doesn't have anything else behind it. And then it says daily. So 4 milligrams per kilogram is going to be what? A dose. It's a dose, but we're only going to give it one time a day. So in this case, you're only going to give one dose daily. Does that make sense? You got a dose. Yes? Dose. Oh my God, yes. All right. So I love it when the light bulbs come on. All right. So then what do we have? We have 30 milligram tablets. And how much does our patient weigh? 33 pounds. That explains the 20 days for the last question. Oh, the 10 days. Yeah. What if pharmacy only carries the 20? Then you just change it to the 20, Cody. That's all you got to give. That's all you got to give. What's going to be our first puzzle piece if our top goal is tablet? What's going to be the first puzzle piece? Tab, right? This one tablet is 30 milligrams. Okay. All right. So, what's going to be our next puzzle piece? Do we have tablets in our puzzle pieces? We absolutely do. So, the 4 milligrams per kilogram dose goes, and we only give them one dose a day. All right. So, our milligram is going to cancel out. Okay. Now, do we have kilograms in our puzzle pieces? Nope. So we got to convert. You only convert when you don't have what you need in your puzzle pieces. Okay? All right. So then we got 33 pounds over 1. And everything is now gone except for what? Tablet on the top and dose on the bottom, just like your goal. Do y'all see what we're trying to do now? What is the whole purpose of piecing together these puzzles? You're just trying to get what your goal is. that picture on the box, which is what the question is asking you. So you can do any types of dosage problems, any type. We're going to go through all types of them. All right. So boom, 4 times 33 divided by 30 divided by 2.2. It's going to be 2 tablets per what? Dose. Alright, let's see. If somebody can tell me what phenobarbital is for, you can spin the wheel. Okay, Nella. This is the first one I saw. This is what popped up. This is what popped up. Ah, stop moving. Stop moving. Nella J. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, you got the seat to the class. Woo! Look at you. It's till 4 o'clock my time, so I don't know where you're located. All right, Nella J, you got the seat to my puzzle approach a class. Yeah, I'm excited. So this is what this is. That's what she got a seat to. So this was going down December the 27th. If you are about to start school, I'm giving you all the way from A to Z. And you get a copy of the e-workbook as well, okay? So if you're starting and you want to get a head start, you want to be ready to come in here and press, I got a 100, I got a such and such and such and such. This is the course. It's $200 originally, but Miss Nella J has got a seat in it, and it's $150. It's till the end of November, but who knows? I might be feeling a little bit generous. I might, lower a little bit for Christmas. Who knows? Okay? Who knows? Who knows? Nella J, you got the course. All right, so boom, boom, boom. Can I show how to convert pounds and ounces and kilograms and vice versa? Again, you're welcome. Make sure you send me that message. Make sure you send me the message. All right. You got to go? Okay. Send me my message, Mulay. Send me my message. Amara, how are you? It's been a long time. All right, let's do one more tablet question, and then we'll get into some IV stuff. How about that? One more tablet question. And then we'll get into the IV stuff. You need help with peds. I know you poor nursing students. That's why the book is on sale. That's why the ebook is on sale. That's why I have my YouTube channel. And that's why I come on here and I study with you every Wednesday from 8 p.m. until we get done. The previous answer, I think, was 2. It was 2. Yep, I understand. I get it. So like the ebook right now is regularly $30, $38. It's $20 with no promo code needed. And then the ebook, well, the physical book is $45, and you can get the ebook together for $55 altogether. Yep, I get it. All right. So patient weighing 250 pounds has an order to take 1 cap of MedX POQID. Each capsule is MedX is 120 milligrams. How many milligrams per day of MedX would the patient be taking? All right. So what is the goal? What is the goal? Milligram per dose or milligram per day? milligram per day. All right. Remember to look at those things, though. That's a whole totally different equation if it was per dose. Okay. All right. So it says that my patient is 250 pounds and they are ordered to take 1 capsule of Med-X by mouth 4 times a day. 1 capsule is 120 milligrams. So I know that 1 capsule is what? 1 dose. Okay. I also know that 1 capsule is 120 milligrams. Because my ordered amount is dose and my goal is day, I know I'm going to need to know how many doses are in the day, aren't I? So how many doses are in the day? How many doses are in the day? 4 doses. All right. So what's going to be my first puzzle piece? Milligrams, right? Because that's the top goal. So 120 milligrams is equal to 1 capsule. Alright, so because I got capsule at the bottom, what's going to be my next puzzle piece? 1 capsule equals 1 dose, right? Because capsule had to cancel out. Now what's going to be my next puzzle piece? Four doses is in a day. And you see, what am I left with? How many milligrams per day? So we have not changed the way that we've been doing this problem the whole time. We've just been looking at what equals what. What is relative to what? The dots are connecting? Yeah. All right. Nurse Bakay loading. So 120. So, okay, I'm supposed to be showing you the method, right? The calculator method. Because I think some people missed it. Move and resize to the left. So this is what we're going to do. Whoop. So 120 times 4 divided by 1 and 1 and 1, right? So it's the ones there at the bottom, so it doesn't even have to do it. So 480 is our answer. They will be getting 480 milligrams of medicine per day. Make sense? Anybody have any questions so far? Is it getting easier for you as we're going through these and seeing different types of scenarios? You just keep getting caught on the days still. All right. Okie dokie then. Let's see. What is this? Ooh. All right. So I don't know what is the deal with nursing students and IVs, but they don't have to be hard. Okay. It's just you giving liquid medicine into the patient's veins. You're not giving it by mouth. You're going to give it into their IV. Okay. So you got all different types of IV. Don't do that. She said, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay. So we're going to look at what is being presented, okay? You like the calculator trick, Dorothy? Cool. So we have an order for amiodarone, 1 milligram per minute. The available medicine is 900 milligrams in 500 milliliters. How many milliliters per hour would the nurse administer the prescribed dose? So for this type of IV question, You don't have a specific amount of liquid over a specific amount of time. Okay? This was not in the book. Well, there are some types like this but this specific question is not in the book. I try to keep the questions that I do on the live separate from the book. Now we can do some from the book if you would like. But yeah, I try not to duplicate them from like what's in the book and then what I actually do on the live sessions and in the videos. All right. So this does not give us a specific amount of liquid over a specific amount of time. So you're going to keep together what's together, and what's by itself is by itself. So first things first, what is the goal? What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Milliliters per hour. Okay. All right. So we have our ordered amount, which is 1 milligram of medicine every minute. So for every minute that passes by, we want to infuse 1 milligram of medicine. Okay. Available. We have 900 milligrams per 500 milliliters. Okay. So what's together is staying together. Now, those are the only two puzzle pieces that it gave me, right? So what's going to be my first puzzle piece? What's going to be my first puzzle piece? My milliliters. So 500 milliliters over 900 mgs. Exactly. Exactly. Same old thing, just a different question. All right. And we've used this one, right? So now I've got milligrams at the bottom. So what's going to be my next puzzle piece? This one, right? So 1 mg per minute. Okay. So now my equation has to look like my goal, right? So how am I going to make minutes look like hours? I need to what? Convert, because I don't have anything left over here, right? When I don't have my puzzle pieces, that's when we know that we convert. So 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. And that is it. Yep, I'll do some reconstitution. Okay, so now we'll do the calculator trick. So we got 500 times 60 divided by 900 equals 33.33333. What if, did it ask us to round? No. Okay, so what if we rounded this to the nearest whole number? What would our answer be? She said, I got this. Hey. 33, right? $33 milliliters per hour. Any questions about this one before we go on? So this one, we needed both the order and we needed the available medicine, because it did not ask me for a specific amount of fluid over a specific amount of time. Okay. All right. Let's see here. That's ready to change. Let's see. Let's pull one from the book then. Milliliter per hour. What's this one? All right. So this one is going to be different than the one we just did, because why? We are given a specific amount over a specific time. This is page 129 in the book, Veronica. Yep. Number 26. All right. So the doctor orders 2 liters of normal saline to be infused over 8 hours. What flow rate will you set on the IV infusion pump? So anytime that you see IV infusion pump or electronic device or anything to that wording, then we're going to use milliliters per hour. If you have an IV question and it gives you a drop factor and it's asking you for drops per minute, then it's going to be drops per minute. You're either going to be looking for milliliters per hour on your IV questions or drops per minute. Okay? So, what is our goal there? IV infusion pump. My goal is milliliter per hour. Okay? So, I know I need the volume. So, how much liquid over how long this needs to be infused over. So 2 liters needs to go over 8 hours. So that's my only puzzle piece, right? So do I have what I need to start my puzzle with? Do I have milliliters? No, I don't. So when we don't have what we need, what do? Convert, right? So I know that 1,000 milliliters is equal to 1 liter. Now I can put my 2 liters over 8 hours. My liters cancels out, and the only thing that's left is what I'm looking for, which is milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom. Okay? Now, I like to put all of my conversions in my equation so I know that I have everything that it's looking for. I don't like to change my numbers. I don't like to change my minutes to hours, my hours to minutes, all that stuff. I'm going to let the conversions convert, okay? So I can see that every step that I have is taken care of, okay? So if you want to, you can. I'm not saying you have to do anything, but I don't like all those extra steps. And what if I'm having an off day and I can't do simple math? Then I just messed up my equation. You know what I'm saying? So 1,000 times 2 divided by 8 is going to be 250 milliliters per hour. And that is my answer. Okay, so what was the difference between this one and that last IV problem? That last IV problem, we were asked about how much medicine to give per minute. And then we had the amount of medicine, right? This one was asking me a specific amount of fluid to be given over a specific amount of time. Do y'all see the difference between the 2 questions that we just had and how we use those puzzle pieces? Because that could be confusing. Yep. All right. Let's do another one. Let's do some more IV stuff. That's maternal. Let's see. So this is on page 120. We have ordered 75 milligrams per hour of a medication. What's supplied is 300 milligrams in 250 milliliters of D5W. What is the milliliter per hour flow rate? So what is my goal? What am I looking for? It's the simple fact that they don't teach this in school. The problem is just given with no teaching. Yeah, I understand. I understand. All right, so my goal is milliliters per hour, right? Milliliters per hour. All right, is this asking for a specific amount over a specific time? No. So we're going to need to keep what's together, okay? So our puzzle piece is going to be 75 milligrams per hour. And then we have 300 milligrams in 250 milliliters, okay? So, what is going to be my first puzzle piece? $250 ml over 300 mgs. Okay. What is going to be my next puzzle piece if my bottom piece is milligram? And you see my milligrams cancel out, right? And what am I left with? Whatever this goal is, milliliter per hour. Look at that. So simple. Don't make it hard. Don't overthink it. Don't say, oh, that's it. Yes, that's it. When your goal looks like your equation, that's when you stop. Okay? Dosage don't have to be hard. It does not have to be hard. So 250 times 75 divided by 300, 62.5. All right, let's round this one. If we rounded this one to the nearest whole number, then what will be my answer? Because it says to round to the whole number. Sorry. It did say that part. 63 milliliters per hour. Correct. Okay. Does anybody know what state that I live in? What state do I live in? Alrighty. I see. Okay, this is who I seen first. This is who I seen first. Alright. Alrighty. Let's pull up the wheel. Pulling the wheel. Pulling the wheel. Hydrous. Boom. Illinois. You know that is too cold for me. Alright. You got a physical copy. So Daria. 1 physical copy. Make sure you send me a message. Alright. Let's see. What's another question I can ask? Okay. Does anybody know what type of specialty that I am currently working in? Nope, not ER, not jail, not yet. CV, ICU, oh, ER, ICU, med surge, stitches, you got it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, it's going so fast. Stitches, stitches. All right, let's spin the wheel, spin the wheel, spin the wheel. All right. IV course. Y'all, I can't see. Look, I have to go on what I see on my screen. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Look, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It pops up in order on my screen, and that was the first one that I saw. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? If you stay to the end, if you stay to the end, I'll have something for everybody who stays to the end. How about that? How about that? Would you get an IV dosage course? IV. So y'all make sure to send me a message. Okay? Alright. Alright. So let's do... Let us do drops per minute, because that's another type of milliliters per hour. What you call it? Oh, no. Before we do that one, I want to show you another one. Where is it? Before we do drops per minute, let's do one more thing, so I can show you about some fluff. Fluff. And most of these are just like running all together. Where is it? So let's look at this one. Alright, so the doctor orders vancomycin, 750 milligrams IV piggyback every 12 hours. The pharmacy sends vancomycin 750 milligrams in 100 milliliters of D5W to infuse over 90 minutes. Calculate the milliliter rate for the pump per hour. Round to the nearest whole number. Okay, this was not in the book, Veronica. Okay, so look. This question is different from the other ones because now we got some medicine, right? But it's a certain amount of medicine that goes over a certain amount of time, right? Y'all see that, right? So this is your order, 750 milligrams, and that's supposed to be PB, not PG. All right, so 750 milligrams of vancomycin every 12 hours. The pharmacy sends that vancomycin amount, but guess what? It's in this. So I'm going to draw a picture, and if you laugh at my picture, I'm shutting down the live. All right, so boom. This is our IV bag, okay? This is my fill line, and this is what? This is 100 milliliters of D5W, okay? So look, your vancomycin is in here. These little microscopic molecules that you can't see with the naked eye are floating around in your IV fluid, okay? So when we give this medicine to our patient, isn't the medicine that's floating around in the liquid going to be given once we give the liquid part? That makes sense? So for this question, we know that our goal is milliliters per hour. How much liquid are we supposed to be giving to our patient? How much liquid? $100 milliliters. How long do they want that 100 milliliters to take to infuse into our patient's veins? $90 minutes. Okay? So therefore, that's my puzzle piece. That's my volume, my liquid amount over my time. Now, we need to make it look like our goal, right? So, what's going to be my next puzzle piece? $60 minutes over 1 hour. And that's it. So now we can do the math. Move to the left. Move to the right. And And that's the calculator trick. And if we round it to the nearest whole number, what would our answer be? That is dimensional. So that 750 is fluff. Exactly. 60 minutes is because we had 90 minutes on our bottom puzzle piece and we needed it to look like what? The goal. So when we want it to look like the goal, we just converted our minutes into hours. So 60 minutes is equal to an hour. Y'all good on these IV problems? Is it making sense? 60 minutes per hour is just to eliminate. Yes, Harley. It's just to convert it. So you see your minutes are gone. And now you have milliliter at the top and hour at the bottom. You need one more? Okay. What was my answer? 67. 67 milliliters per hour. All right. Let's see. Let's do this one. I don't have any med labels, on here. So when I do private sessions, I do have med labels. And when I do classes, I do have med labels. But I don't want my med labels to cause like the content to get flagged. You know what I'm saying? Because like they're from the actual medications. So yeah. Yeah. All right. What's my goal? Milliliters per hour. Okay. So, what is my liquid amount? $250. How long is it going to take that 250 milliliters to go in? Over 90 minutes. Perfect. Okay. So now, what do I need to do to complete my puzzle? Convert. Everything is gone except for milliliter at the top and hour at the bottom. Do y'all see how your goal is your very best friend? That goal is where it's at. If you identify the correct goal and you set up your pieces, you've got the answer. You loving it? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Bah! All right, 167 would be our final answer. Alrighty, 167 milliliters per hour. Okay, so now let's do the milliliters per hour's cousin. Drops per minute. It's just another way to do your IV rate, okay? So you're still going to need your volume over your time. You're just going to need your drop factor as well, okay? So drops per minute. Let's look at this one. All right. So your order is azithromycin, 500 milligrams IV piggyback in 250 milliliters of D5W to infuse over 2 hours every 24 hours. Your drop factor is 10 drops per milliliter. How many drops per minute will the nurse infuse? So what is your goal? What's your goal? Whoa, buddy. I don't know why it does that all the time. Drop on the top, minute on the bottom. Okay. So, what is our volume over our time? How much liquid over how long to give that liquid? So 250 milliliters. And it's going to infuse over 2 hours. Good job. Okay. Now we also need the drop factor, which is 10 drops per milliliter. Does everyone on here know what a drop factor is? Or you just know that you need it in your problem? And it's okay. I promise you, it's okay if you don't. Alright, so what a drop factor is, so I'm drawing another picture. And if you laugh, goodbye. I am a dosage tutor. Am an RN by trade, okay? I don't draw pictures. Alright, so this is your drip chamber. Drip chamber. So, every part of a drip chamber, okay, has a hole, and that hole is a different size. That hole the bigger the hole or the smaller hole depends on how many drops fall. So your drop factor, whoa, why did that write like that? I swear, like I wrote drip chamber just as clear as day. All right, anywho, your drop factor is how many drops will fall in this drip chamber that will deliver 1 milliliter of medicine. So therefore, you have to have your drop factor for every drop per minute question. Okay? So there are micro drops and there are macro drops. Micro means small. There is only one micro drip. So if you see a question and it doesn't give you the exact number like this, and it just says micro drip, one micro drip set is going to be 60 drops per milliliter, period. There is only one micro drip set. The rest of them are big, fat, juicy drops. So you got 60 little teeny tiny micro drops for a micro drip. You usually use those for pediatrics, right? So the rest of them are macro drops. All right, so that's your 10, your 15, your 20, however many big fat drops that it takes to give 1 milliliter. Okay, so now you know what a micro drip set is and your drop factor. All right, so how are we going to set up this question? What's going to be our first puzzle piece if my top goal is drops? Ten drops per ml. Okay, so what is going to be my next puzzle piece if I have milliliters on the bottom? Okay, now how am I going to make my equation look like my goal? Somebody is picking up these puzzle pieces and I love it. The nurses are coming, y'all. The nurses are coming. They're coming. They're coming. Y'all are getting it. It's making some sense. And I love it. Yes. So we'll do 10 times 250 divided by 2 divided by 60. I have some hard ones in the book. Yup, I do. Makes you think. All right. But if you piece together your puzzle and give what the goal wants, you'll be able to find it. Okay? So our final answer is 21 drops per minute. And with your drops, because you technically cannot divide a drop, it's either one drop or not. You're supposed to round these to the whole number. But what is my disclaimer? You do whatever those folks who have the power to pass or fail you tell you to do. So if they want you to leave it in decimal form, leave it in decimal form. But technically, you can't divide a drop. Okay? Any questions about drop factor? Or drops per minute questions? Does anybody need a break? We've been going strong. Anybody need a break? Y'all good? Thank y'all for participating. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for getting me to 34,000 likes. I appreciate it. All right. She said, "Nah, we fine." Y'all just sitting up there like, yes, yes, yes. Give us all the puzzle pieces. All right. You already made a plate of leftovers and listening for a moment. I'm so tickled. You're welcome. Yeah, we're about to do Reconstitution. You transferred it to the TV. I started at 1:00 and we're going to 4. So we got about an hour and 10 minutes left. Yep. You're so full. I gotta get me some leftovers, so I'll get some afterwards. What am I looking at? Reconstitution. Does anybody have any questions? What, Crimson Rose? You missed it. No, you didn't. We're still going. And I promise you, as soon as I get done, I'm gonna take the time. It might take a while because it's 3 hours long, but I'm gonna upload this one to the YouTube. Okay. Reconstitution. Let's see. Let's look in a book. All right, so this is on page, what page is this? 109 in the book. So y'all get a live view from the book. A blessed RN. Intake and output is on your next exam. Okay, I got you. What type of intake and output? If my formula for drops per minute is volume times drops times, is that also correct? Hold on. If it's what now? Volume times your drop factor over time. 109, Veronica. So if it would be volume over time in minutes. So like your milliliters over your minutes times your drop factor. That would be your formula for it. Okay. So you need to administer 1,200 milligrams of medication. The vial contains 2 grams of powder, and reconstitution with 8 milliliters of sterile water results in a concentration of 250 mgs per ml. How many milliliters should you draw up? Okay, so listen, you ever had a bottle of water and you had a Crystal Light packet? And you put that Crystal Light packet into that bottle of water and shook it and drunk it? That's basically what you're doing. So you have medicine. That medicine is a powder. You're adding a liquid to it to shake it up and make it a liquid so that you can give it to your patient, okay? So therefore, what do you want to concentrate on? The concentration of that medicine after it has been reconstituted. All right, like Rosefin, you got to shake for your life on that one, and Zosyn too, right? Exactly. You always think of the Crystal Light? Yes. So, therefore, we need the order of the medicine. So, how much do we need? Well, first of all, what's our goal? We know that's first thing is first. See what this question is asking you to give it. All right, so my goal is milliliters. All right, so I have to give 1,200 milligrams of medicine. What is my final concentration after I have added liquid and shook it up? How many medicine parts slash liquid parts does it tell me I have? Concentration of that right there. So that is what we're going to use. 250 mg per ml. This is fluff and this is fluff too. Okay? So now how we're going to set this up. We're going to do milliliter over 250 mg times my 1,200 milligrams over 1. Cancel it out, and the only thing that's left is what? My milliliters. So 1,200 divided by 250 is going to be 4.8 milliliters. Make sense? All that other stuff is fluff. Yeah, raw truth. It'll be on my channel, A Blessed RN, on YouTube. I'm going to upload it. Definitely got to upload this one. All right, let's look at another one. Y'all quit sneaking at work. I'm so tickled. All right. No, I'm not doing desired over half. But I mean, it's the same thing. Like, this is what your order is. This is what your medicine is. I still set it up the same way that I would set up any of my problems using dimensional. I always start with what I'm looking for and make sure my units cross out. Okay. So a physician prescribes 150 milligrams of medication. The vial contains 1 gram of powder, and reconstitution with 20 milliliters of sterile water yields a concentration of 50 milligrams per milliliter. How many milliliters will you administer? Okay. So what is going to be my goal? What's my goal? What is this question asking for me to give it? mLs, right? Okay. So, my order, because remember, always look for your order amount. 150 milligrams. What is the concentration of the medicine after it has been reconstituted? Okay, 50 mg per ml. Alright, so we know that this is fluff and this is fluff. Okay, so I'm going to set it up the same way that I've been setting up all my problems from the time I logged on to now. Alright, ml over 50 mg times my 150 milligrams over 1, because it's not related to anything. It's by itself, right? So milligram cancels out. 150 divided by 50 is going to be 3 milliliters. Perfect. And that is reconstitution. Reconstitution, it just has extra information. It's got a lot of fluff in there, doesn't it? So you make sure you look at the goal first. She said, look at God. Won't he do it? But you look at the goal first. Okay? You look at the ordered amount. What does this doctor or PA or NP or whoever wants me to give to this patient? And then you see what is the available medicine after I have prepped it and shook it up. So concentrate on the concentration. This is so dope. I was so lost with Hesse practice. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. This trips up a lot of people, and it's like, that's it? Yeah, that's it. Concentrate on the concentration. And you can remember it because it's the same words, right? All right. Bolus infusion rate. Are you talking about heparin? Is that what you're talking about, Mrs. Smith? I need a Red Bull. I'm going down. I'm like, all right. Heparin. Heparin, heparin, heparin. Heparin. Mmm. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. All right, Veronica, we're on page 177. Alrighty, alrighty. So, do I teach pharmacology? Absolutely not. I stay in my dosage calculations lane and go my speed. I'm really good at this. No? So, this is what I focus on. Alrighty. I'm going to pass my last attempt. Yes, you're going to pass. I love it. Alright. Are we good? Did it freeze? What's going on? Are we on? Can y'all hear me? Like, don't trip now. Don't give up, computer. Don't give up. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what's going on, you guys. Hold on. Technical difficulties. There we go. Alright. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Alright, yeah, page 177. There we go. Okay. So, let me tell you something. Bolus. She said, bolus, you won't win. Okay, bolus. Let me tell you what a bolus is. So, well, let me tell you what heparin. So, I guess this is your little sprinkle of pharmacology. Heparin is an anticoagulation medicine, all right? So, we're going to give it in the veins because this patient has a clotting or a condition where they're going to clot and we don't want them to, right? So, we have got to give a bolus. A bolus is going to be a one-time dose to go ahead and get that medicine to go ahead and work, okay? So when you see bolus, don't let that freak you out. It just means a one-time dose. It can be given rapidly, but it's not going to go continuously like your drip will, okay? So you're going to draw up that medicine and you're going to give it to your patient and then it's given. And that's it. Then we're going to start a drip that's going to maintain that heparin, okay? It's going to maintain it hour after hour until the doctor says that we're going to stop the therapy in their transition to either Lovenox or oral therapy, okay? So it's two different parts. The bolus part to go ahead and start the medicine and then the drip. Okay, so a heparin infusion has been ordered for a patient weighing 120 pounds. The initial bolus of 1,200 units has been ordered before starting a continuous drip of 12 units per kilogram per hour. You have a vial labeled heparin 1,000 units per milliliter. Pharmacy has sent a bag of 25,000 units in 500 milliliters of D5W. How many milliliters will the nurse administer for the initial bolus? And then how many milliliters per hour will you set on the pump? So we're going to do the bolus first, okay? So bolus. Bolus. What is our goal for our bolus? What is this asking from us to find? What is this asking? Milliliters, right? Okay. So, what does the question say is your bolus order an initial bolus of 1,200 units. So that's what we want to give to our patient, right? Okay. Now, you got a bag of medicine and then you got a bottle. Leave your bag, your IV bag, for your IV drip. Okay. So we're going to use that little bottle. Okay. And it says we got 1,000 units per milliliter. Okay. Y'all see that? Now, how are we going to set this problem up? We want milliliters, right? This is our milliliter puzzle piece. So flip it. ml over 1,000 units. Okay. Now what's our next piece? The 1,200 units, right? 1,200 units. Cancel out my units. Everything is now gone except for what I am looking for, which is the milliliter. So 1,200 divided by 1,000 is going to be 1.2 milliliters of medicine. And that is the bolus. Stop making it so hard just because it looks different or you don't understand it. Look at what it's asking for you to give it. What's the bolus associated is the bolus associated. So now we've drawn that up. And we've given it to our patient, okay? So this don't matter no more because we've already given it to our patient. Now we've got to set up this IV pump, okay? So that we can continue giving them the heparin so that they won't clot. It'll break loose and go to the brain, heart, or the lungs, right? All right, so now my drip is saying how many what? Milliliters per hour will I give it? I have to work on ignoring the fluff. Exactly. So, and you see your goal helps you a lot with your fluff, right? So, we know that our order for a drip, continuous drip, is 12 units per kilogram per hour. Because I have my kilogram, before I have my kilogram, what am I saying? Because I have my kilograms in my order, I need my weight of my patient. I was trying to read on the side and then like talk at the same time. Whoa, buddy. One thing at a time. 25,000 units is in my 250 milliliters in my bag, right? All right, so those are my three puzzle pieces. The PPP, right? Your patient's weight, your prescription, and your product. All right, so now how are we going to set this one up for our milliliter per hour puzzle? What's our first puzzle piece? Five, 250 ml. Over my 25,000 units. Okay. Now, the 250, I'm sorry. Oh, wait a minute. It was this. I was looking at the wrong thing. 25,000 units over my 500. It's a 500 milliliter bag. I said, hold on, skirt. Wait a minute. Look, these 3 hours is kicking my butt. I never done a live this long. It's a Dosage-a-thon. Harley, just draw a line through it, Bookie. Just draw a line through it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you. All right, so what's our first puzzle piece now? Y'all so unforgiving sometimes. Woo! I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Okay. What's next? What's next? You know what? Do y'all give this much spice to those instructors? Okay, okay, all right. Wait a minute. 12 units, okay, per kilogram per hour. I bet you don't. Oh, okay. Now what's my next puzzle piece? She said, "No way, they'll fail us." Okay, then. Y'all see how you do me? Do we have kilograms in our puzzle pieces? No, we don't, right? So we got to do our conversions. So when you don't have what you need to connect, that's when you pull out your conversions. So somebody asked me, they was like, why are conversions so important? Because they are your connecting puzzle pieces when you don't have what you need. So that's why it's so important to really get those down pat first before you dive into dosage, because it makes it easier, right? And you see that what's it based on? The units of measure. The numbers are going to be where they need to be depending on the units. All right. So then we could do our 120 pounds. Boom. Boom. And now what do we have? Milliliters at the top, hours at the bottom, right? So puzzle is complete. Let's do the math. Y'all are so funny. I mean, y'all was gonna put my head on a spike. Wait a minute. Where did that come from? All right, 500 times 12 times 120 divided by 25,000 divided by 2.2. You bought me some candy canes? Oh my gosh, thank you. She still ain't coming in here. She said she bought me some candy canes. She thinks she's finna come in here though. All right, so what did y'all get? Did y'all get the same answer? Is this based on initial weight or are we getting a daily weight? So Monique, how it usually goes in the hospital, you have your initial weight. Because like it doesn't change like daily, because your weight can be changed with the amount of sheets on the bed if you're not, standing them up. So it's like that standard weight. You don't keep changing it. Okay. All right. So does this make sense now when it's like the bolus versus the IV drip? You do the bolus first to get that medicine started, and then you do your drip to continue that therapy until they stop it. Okay? All right. So I got a question. Anybody who can tell me the type of question, or well, the type of lab that you monitor while you're on heparin can spin the wheel. How about that? No, no. Okay, Jen. Okay. Jen said APTT. Okay. Now, let me pick this wheel up. Hold on. Oh, oh yeah. Let's see. All right, Jen, we spinning the wheel. Spinning the wheel. Uh-oh. Dosage course. Wait a minute. Dosage course. All right. Chop style. Chop style. Get an ebook. Woo! Jen. The prothrombin time, whatever it stands for. Okay, there is one more test that I am tired. Look, I had to work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week. And then, I drove home on Thanksgiving. So I got a little bit of rest and then I had to get back up. You're welcome, Jen. So send me a message with your email and let me know that you won the ebook so I can get it sent to you. There is one more type of question. One more type of lab that you can monitor while you're on heparin. And I haven't seen it pop up yet. So it's called an anti-XA or anti-10A. Okay? And it's anti-XA. That's what it is. Pin the comment. There we go. Alright, so we got 2 more spins on the wheel. Ooh. Do, 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 do. Alright. What type of question y'all want to do next? Shay, what kind of BSA problems? Yeah, she did say input, output. I'm going to pull it up. Heparin again. Thought y'all had it down pat. Look, I always be like, what kind of problem you want to do next? All right, let's do, okay, it's 3:14. So we'll do one more heparin. I'll do some intake and output. We'll do some day versus dose. And Shay, let me know what you're talking about with BSA. Okay? Alright, so since we already got this heparin pulled up, we'll do this one. Because I did forget about the intake and output, but we'll do that one. Alright, so heparin infusion has been ordered for a patient that's weighing 140 pounds. Initial bolus of 1,500 units of heparin has been ordered before starting the drip, which is 10 units per kilogram per hour. You have a vial labeled heparin 2,500 units per milliliter. The pharmacy sent a bag of heparin, which is 20,000 units, in 400 mLs of normal saline. How many milliliters will the nurse administer for the bolus? How many milliliters per hour will the nurse set on the infusion pump? Okay, so let's do the bolus first, okay? What is our goal for the bolus? Okay, so what is our order for the bolus? Okay. What is our available medicine that we're going to get to the patient for the bolus? Are y'all getting like how to pick your puzzle pieces out with the order and the medicine available, the way to the patient? Is it making more sense? Units per ml. Okay. Thank you for your honesty and your feedback. All right. How are we going to set this up? Units. How are we going to set this up? What's going to be our first puzzle piece? Milliliters, right? So ml over 2,500 units. And hey, just because something is not in grams and milligrams doesn't mean you freak out. You see, this is in units, right? It's just a different way to measure some medicine, okay? So, just because it's not in grams and milligrams, everything can't come in grams and milligrams and micrograms. Some stuff is in milli equivalents. Some stuff is in units like heparin and Pitocin and insulin, okay? So now we're gonna put our 1,500 units on top. You see, whatever's on the bottom is going to go to the top and be canceled out anyways, right? Until you get for what it is that you're looking for, right? So 1,500 divided by 2,500 is going to equal 0.6 milliliters. And that is for your bolus. Okay? Bolus be gone. We're going to draw it up and shoot it into our patient's veins. It's going to go away. Alrighty. Now we're going to set up our IV pump, right? So what is our goal for our IV pump? What are we looking for? Milliliter per hour. Okay. Alright. So what are our puzzle pieces? We know that we're going to need the weight of the patient, because that's heparin is a weight-based drug, so 140 pounds. And then this is bolus, so we don't need to look at that. We say drip is 10 units per kilogram per hour. And then we know that our medicine is going to be 20,000 units in 400 milliliters this time. I got to get it right. For y'all don't follow me. Alright, so what's going to be our first puzzle piece if our top goal is milliliter? It's going to be our first piece. This one, right? So 400 ml over 20,000 units. Alright. So we got units on the bottom. So we need units on the top, right? So our next puzzle piece is going to be 10 units per kilogram per hour. Okay. Now, we don't have kilograms in our puzzle pieces, do we? Nope. So, what are we going to do? Convert. All right. 1 kg. 2.2 pounds. And then we'll do our 140 pounds over 1. Milliliters is at the top. Hours at the bottom. Puzzle is complete. So we'll do 400 times 10 times 140 divided by 20,000 divided by 2.2. Martha, 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. Because our patient's weight was in pounds and our order required that the patient's weight be in kilograms, that is your metric conversion from kilograms to pound, well, pounds to kilograms. Okay? I got 12.727272727277. Is that what y'all got? Oh, man. All right. Cool. Does anybody know how long I've been a nurse? Okay, Sophia. She came up there so quick. Ah. All right, Sophia. Okay, so 25, Alexis. I am not that old. Don't do that. I am big sis status. Big sis status. Not auntie. Sheesh. I mean, I'm seasoned, but not that seasoned. Golly.
Mama.
How'd you get in here? I like it. It's so cute.
Thank you.
You're
I got
welcome.
these.
I see. Where's my candy canes? And you got Grinch house shoes. All right.
Yeah. I
All right, Sophia.